Mark Keller, chair of the Friends of the PA Farm Show Foundation. How important is farming to Pennsylvania's economy?
Well, it's its number one industry. Some say it's not, but it really is the number one industry and generator of income in Pennsylvania. So it's number one.
What do our farmers grow here in Pennsylvania?
Everything from wheat, oats, soybean, hay, corn, all the small grains. Some do hay, and of course we have the beef industry, we have the swine industry, we have the poultry industry, we have the horse industry, and a whole goats, the whole gamut of livestock and crops in Pennsylvania is grown here.
And the dairy industry is big in Pennsylvania, right?
Dairy industry is very big in Pennsylvania. Unfortunately, the smaller farms are going by the wayside, and it's mostly larger.
Does that mean they're getting bought out, Mark?
Doesn't mean they're being bought out. It means that they're expanding into more heads of cattle to produce the milk that is needed.
And every January, farmers and visitors gather under one roof in Harrisburg for the Pennsylvania Farm Show. Now, for the benefit of someone who hasn't visited the show, what happens there anyway?
Well, to lead up to that, here's what people need to understand. Each little community that has their own county fairs is the start of it. Things at those county fairs advance to coming to the farm show and showcasing the best of the best. It's a showcase of agriculture for Pennsylvania, all brought together through those little communities and little, some of them aren't so little, fairs that are held throughout the year in Pennsylvania.
What are some of the activities at the farm show that especially interest you?
Well, one of my close ones is something that the foundation does, and that's the feed scurry. It was started by Mike Wall, who was a senator and also was the executive director of the farm show at one time. Unfortunately, he passed at an early age, but it was his idea to actually have what's called a feed scurry. And the feed scurry is one of the biggest fundraisers for the foundation. It helps raise money. What consists there is a lot of celebrities from the community and from the state participate in a timed event where they drive a team of horses, and this is exciting. And just last year, what we did was we had audience participation, where individuals from the audience would get a chance to actually do that. That's one of the things that is exciting to me. Also, of course, we can't forget the milkshakes. That's everybody, loves them, and the food court in general. I mean, there's, the commodities throughout the Commonwealth bring together their food product that people look forward to coming in and tasting and enjoying.
Mark, tell us more about why the Pennsylvania Farm Show is important to visitors.
Well, I think what it does is shows the visitors of the farm show what really transpires with agriculture in general. It's everything from the growing of crops, regardless of whether it's your small grains or whether it's the livestock itself, all the livestock that comes there is showcase livestock that is the best of the best, and it all develops over the years or over the year at the local fairs that take place throughout the communities.
Well, what about the educational opportunity for visitors who may not give a lot of thought to where their food comes from?
Well, and I find that quite interesting. I'm an advocate for educating our public of how agriculture comes about. That milk that's on the shelf in a grocery store just doesn't happen there. And I think that coming to the farm show, they can see firsthand how a dairy cow is milked. And of course, we'll talk about the calving corner, where at the calving corner, which is an exciting corner of the farm show complex, where actual calves are being born from dairy cows, and it's explained to them how that cow has the calf, and then the cow produces milk through a period of time. And it's exciting for somebody who hasn't or has not been around agriculture or farming to actually see that happen.
So a visitor might witness a live birth there right in front of their eyes.
Right in front of their eyes. There's probably 10 or 12 animals that actually birth right there. And it's sent through the farm show area to inform people that this is happening, so they can get themselves worked into that area to actually watch the actual calving of a small calf from a dairy cow.
Let's talk some more about the impression the farm show could make on young people. After all, when they're at home, they open the refrigerator door and the food is there.
Right.
What else do you want them to know?
Well, I want them to know that it just doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes the fact that, weather has a big factor with it, that it just, the grain that's grown for their cereals doesn't just happen. We depend a lot on Mother Nature to provide the rains that are needed to actually produce the grains, and then of course you got to make sure that it's harvested correctly, and then it goes to the mills to be produced into the cereals that they eat, or the milk that they drink, or the food that they eat.
Let's talk some more about the impact of the farm show on the participants. We've talked about the visitors. What happens to the participants? You did touch on the point that county fairs seem to be almost a playoff for the farm show. And then when they get to the farm show, what do they have to do, and what's on the line?
Well, it's a lot of prepping. What takes place is they bring that animal that they've showed at the different fairs throughout the Commonwealth. They bring that animal in, or produce, or grains or whatever, and they showcase it. Meaning, I'll use it as an example. We'll take a steer, a beef steer. They bathe it, they fluff it, they clip it. They make sure that it is the best of the best to showcase to the public of what their animals are like.
And it's nice to see young people taking care of these animals. They have these responsibilities.
We see a lot of that, and also, the behind the scenes when the public isn't there. We have photos of the youth actually sleeping with their livestock side by side. We kind of smile when we see those pictures of that individual so caring about their animal that they lay down right beside it because they're so tired from working at prepping that animal to look its very best for the public.
Let's talk about navigating the farm show. It's in Harrisburg. It's every January, and it has a pretty big footprint, doesn't it? Any advice on how to navigate the farm show, how to handle things? Maybe have a plan before you visit?
I think the first thing that I would put out to the general public is when they come into the farm show complex is get a visitor's guide. The visitor's guide is produced by the foundation, the Friends of the Farm Show Foundation, and it has a map in there. It describes everything that anyone would want to know. It also lists out the schedule of events that are taking place each day, and it's just a roadmap to the farm show.
And the farm show complex consists of several buildings. Takes time to get around.
It's several acres. It's not just building. It's buildings and acres. Acres. And if you're trying to get your steps in, best place is at the farm show.
Mark, now let's pivot to the Friends of the PA Farm Show Foundation, and you represent them. First of all, what does it do?
We are an organization that funds the future of agriculture. We're very connected with the farm show itself, the building, the administration, the Department of Ag, in the concept of Friends of the Farm Show. we are very fortunate to been able to contribute back to the farm show itself $2.3 million of funding.
And one of the events that makes that possible is the one you told us about before,
Right.
Celebrity Feed Scurry.
The Celebrity Feed Scurry, something else, something new for the 250 America that is taking place this year. We have donated to the Friends a quilt that is actually has traveled to those fairs throughout the Commonwealth. I think I was told it has actually traveled over 3,000 miles across Pennsylvania. What is taking place there is somebody on January the 17th will actually win that. We are selling chances to it, and they will actually we will draw that on the 17th. But the dollars that are connected with that, the foundation has decided that money will go to scholarships for youth in agriculture.
And when did the foundation begin? How long a history does it have?
It's been in effect for about 15 years, you know, and it has grown over time. I always say it's the best kept secret at the farm show. A lot of people don't actually realize what good the foundation does. So we're trying to promote ourselves to you know, educate the community and the public of all the good that the foundation does for agriculture and for the farm show itself.
And does reaching out include schools and kids? Any formal educational programs there?
Well, it's interesting you asked that because the last 2 years, the foundation has been involved with what is called Plant Yourself in Ag, which takes place at the where Ag Progress takes place. And students there get an opportunity to actually learn about agriculture. And some students even get the fact to drive, not really drive, but ride in an autonomous tractor, which they would have never had that chance ever before. So we're happy to partner with Penn State on that program, and of course this year we are bringing them to the farm show, the organization to the farm show, to actually do 2 or 3 seminars on it at one of the stages at the farm show.
You mentioned the autonomous tractor a minute ago,
Yes.
And is that a reality on Pennsylvania farms yet? Hadn't occurred to me that such a thing would exist, but it certainly ought to, given all the technological developments we know about.
As I tell people, farming isn't like it used to be 50 years ago. The size of the equipment, the time constraint, the technology that is there. I always tell this quick story. I was driving through Commonwealth, and I saw this cornfield that it was planted, but there was an area there was nothing in. And I thought, wonder what happened there? Well, I happened to know the farmer. Well, the nice thing about it was I spoke to the farmer. I said, what happened? That doesn't even make sense. And he said, in laughing, he said, GPS. He said it showed that there was an object there, and the planter did not plant corn at that spot going through. He said, so we learned from that. That was the first year that we used the GPS in planting that corn, but you know, it soon told us we didn't realize it didn't plant in that area, that particular area, but now we know, you know, that was our learning experience with GPS and planting the seeds in the ground.
GPS made a mistake and thought that something was on that spot.
That's right. So it did not drop the seeds in that area. It's interesting that the size of this equipment has gotten larger, the price has gotten more, and it's.
Can the average farmer handle these increasing costs of this better technology?
It takes good management. There's good years, there's bad years. It all depends on the weather. That's a big factor that factors into whether they're going to have a good crop or not. And the second thing is you have to be a very, very good manager in today's society to be able to manage to actually get ahead in farming.
Last question, Mark. What are your goals as the new chair of the Friends of the PA Farm Show Foundation?
Well, it's interesting you asked that. I have big shoes to fill from the past chairman. He did a wonderful job. I'll say it that way. Bill Piper dedicated a lot of his time to making this thing work, along with some of the other original members of the foundation. But my goals and ideas are to continue to fund and educate the people or the people of the Commonwealth and surrounding areas of how agriculture really works. I think it's important that they learn how it gets to the shelves in the grocery stores, that they understand a little bit about the individual that's doing it. Many years ago, I spoke at a conference in State College, and I said, you know, the ag community is I call them the silent majority. They go about their business, they do their work, and you know they pay attention to what's going on, but they're silent. I said to them, the time has come that you need to step out of that comfort zone. You need to tell your story. Invite people to your establishment. Show them how we do things and how things are done, and that you care more than anything about the livestock, about the crops, about the earth and the waters, your stewards of the ground, of the land, and you need to tell that story, because a lot of times you're busy working and you don't pay attention to that. So please do that.
Mark Keller, Chair of the Friends of the PA Farm Show Foundation, thank you for your time.
Thank you.